Just before 5:30 a.m. Monday morning, Lieutenant Cameron Roden says two cars collided on State Route 201 near the 900 West off-ramp, and one driver fired shots at the other. Lieutenant Roden says the Utah Highway Patrol is addressing road rage.
Sections of SR 201 were closed after a person was killed in a road rage incident. In light of that, ABC4's Annika Johns dove into Utah's road rage cases seen this year and how they compare to the past. Annika, what are you learning on this story, huh?
Brian, well, in short, how Utah has handled road rage cases in the past is not super cut and dry. Truthfully, up until this year, there was no official method on how people regulated road rage, what made road rage a road rage incident. But since July, a new bill has been in place and it's made it easier for law enforcement to keep track of these cases, including the one from earlier today.
Road rage. We've all heard about it, some have witnessed it, and others have been a part of it.
And this appears to be a road rage incident that escalated into a shooting.
Monday morning, traffic was brought to a standstill on SR 201 after a road rage incident left one person dead.
We're hoping that this new law helps to give law enforcement a tool to help us to counteract road rage and get people to think twice about any type of road rage situation.
This year, road rage has been a topic of conversation among transportation and political officials. In July, a road rage bill was passed through the legislature and made into law, creating harsher punishments for those convicted of road rage. But prior to this bill, officials say there was no method to track road rage incidents in the state because road rage was not an official term.
Unfortunately, we didn't have this tracking mechanism in place prior to July of this year, so that's why this legislation was so critical for us to be able to look at it.
But since July, over 40 cases have been investigated by law enforcement.
We had 20 instances in July of road rage that UHP handled. We had 10 instances in August and 11 in September.
However, despite no official method, officials have been tracking aggressive driving fatalities for years, which include deaths from speeding, tailgating, weaving in and out of lanes, the running of stop lights and signs, and road rage. According to data from UDOT, in the past 4 years, aggressive driving deaths have been increasing. However, so far in 2024, there has only been 10 deaths related to aggressive driving. So while there is no official data of road rage in the past, officials now have a way to track that information and find ways to prevent road rage incidents from escalating on Utah roads.
You know, each situation tends to vary quite a bit, is where, you know, you get two parties involved, emotions start to escalate, and we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that people know, hey, one, we need to be courteous and kind on our roadways, but we also need to maintain control of our emotions.
Lieutenant Roden continued telling me earlier today that this is the third incident of road rage that has involved a gun. Now, that is a rough number. He says they are still learning the correct ways and the best ways to track road rage. So since July, there has been 3 incidents where a gun was either brandished or shown during a road rage incident. Reporting live from Salt Lake City, Annika Johns, ABC4 News.
On a highway in Salt Lake City this morning, and it's now prompting a warning about a spike in the number of road rage cases happening in Utah. ABC4's Yunsen Kim spoke with state troopers on their investigation into what's behind this disturbing trend.
This appears to be a road rage incident that escalated into a shooting.
A deadly road rage kills one person early this morning. It happened on 201 eastbound on the 900 West off-ramp around 5:20 a.m. 2 people in separate vehicles were involved, with one being taken into custody. Officials said this morning that they still need a few hours to investigate until they open roads back up. They have yet to determine the exact cause of death and what had spurred the incident. This is not an isolated case. Utah Highway Patrol has tracked over 40 road rage cases since July, when the new road rage law went into effect.
Not only is it dangerous for all the parties involved, but the ramifications that can happen from road rage are severe.
As of this morning, the investigation is still ongoing and the deceased still remains in the car. Officials say that they have to log every detail of what's there on the scene to gain a full understanding of what happened. ABC4's Yunsen Kim.